The sky slowly darkened, the sun was already setting at the horizon and only faint glow, just enough to reflect the figure of that young girl at the pool. This added an additional layer of magnificent hazy beauty, which appeared all even more alluring. Long Yi tightened his fist, made a faintly trembling sound, his excited blood had a strong impulse to pounce on, push down that young girl, and have his own way on the body of that beauty. A few drops of sweat slid down from his forehead and blurred the vision of Long Yi. Iwi? Why is that my self-control this bad? Long Yi yelled within his heart. The evil thought of just a moment ago was just like a kind of instinct of this body which had already seeped into the bone marrow. The sound of water falling rang out. Long Yi looked over as far as the eye could see, and his eyes immediately became deep. The young girl originally within the water, had come out from the water and her entire sparkling and translucent beautiful naked body were exposed to the air. That sparkling and translucent pure was like an inverted jade bowl. Thanks to the stroke of a gentle breeze, the shrunk had become erect, and lightly quivered. Her underbelly was bright, clean, flat, and smooth just like a mirror. Long Yi could only imagine the soft and smooth feeling. Her slender was graceful, and emit an ivory luster. The most frightening sight for Long Yi was, from the side he caught the sight of that handful of curly hair in the triangular zone. This sight directly made his blood vessel explode with burning desire. Long Yi swallowed a mouthful of saliva, and his right foot subconsciously took a small step forward. Excessively captivated, he was unable to bear any longer. CreativeNovels.com approved only. The young girl leisurely headed towards shore, swaying her light willowy waist, and with infinite charm. Along with her step, her was bouncing, and seeing this bouncing sight, the heart of Long Yi was beating at a high speed. At the shore, after flipping through the pile of her clothing, she was unable to find her most constantly accompanying underwear. That young girl cannot help but go on commando. Luckily the weather at this time was not very hot, so she can cover herself with the robe and no one will be able to guess. Long Yi saw that the young girl began to lift her leg to put on the simple trousers. The cloth design of that simple trousers was clearly a match with the underwear on his hand. The breathing of Long Yi began to get heavy, and he pressed that underwear on his right hand to his hard and erect lower private part of his body. Along with a piece of clothing worn by the young lady, the movement of the right hand of Long Yi was also growing. At the time, just when that young girl finally draped her final piece of clothing and turned her head, Long Yi stopped for a period of time as if he was struck by lightning, and with a light sound he quivered and made a big mess at the rosy-colored underwear. Who is it? Hearing the sound, that young girl cried out in alarm. Long Yi abandoned the underwear, and with all his strength rushed back. Just like a ghost, his figure disappeared from that place. At the lightning speed, that young girl finished putting on the clothes, and with a layer of pure white radiance surrounding her body, just like floating in the air, she arrived at the location where Long Yi was hiding just a moment ago. Seeing the crumpled underwear on the ground, the complexion of that young girl became ghastly pale. Although she was yet to marry, still that didn't trademark T mean she didn't trademark T understand anything. That milky white stain on the underwear clearly states everything. Unexpectedly someone took her underwear and used for dirty business. Seeing this her eyes were completely red and almost burst into tears. Stinking asshole, I trademark am not going to let you get away with this. That young girl was so angry that her whole body was trembling. She roughly guessed that her underwear was probably picked up by that disgusting man after it floated downstream, hence he came upstream to peep at her bathing. However, no matter how much she thought, she could not understand who that person was, that was able to destroy the holy light barrier she had laid out, without her detection. This holy light barrier was a high-ranking light system magic. Unless it was magic god or swords god, otherwise it was impossible to destroy this barrier without a single magic fluctuation. But it was already more than several 100 years without a single swords god and magic god in this Blue Waves continent. Could it be a hidden expert of the previous generation? The thought of several 100 years old ghost looking at her naked body, made the young girl to feel even more shame and anger simultaneously. At a lightning speed, Long Yi returned back to his original place. Recalling that he had actually peeped a girl taking bath and simultaneously using the underwear of the girl for masturbation, he couldn't trademark T help but again become excited, making him ashamed in his heart. He didn't trademark T know why he had become like this. Oeai, what a fine beautiful body, however eat trademark s too bad Long Yi mumbled and nodded his head. Then he flipped over the fire rabbit meat which was almost perfectly roasted. After that he took out seasonings from his space ring and applied it to the meat. Immediately an alluring fragrance of meat became strong. This smell made the saliva of Long Yi to flow out directly, as he had not eaten a single thing for few days, and in addition to that, he had also discharged excessively just a moment ago. He tore the whole leg of the rabbit and bite it, but in the mind of Long Yi, he however was still recalling the image of that female girl. He again heaved a sigh and shook his head, again thought it was a pity. As it turned out, on the other side of that girl trademark S face, there was a big blood-red colored birthmark. It looked very frightening. The right side of her face was an angel and the left side of her face was a devil. If there was no birthmark on her face, then she would be an absolute beauty. CreativeNovels.com approved only. Birthmark? Birthmark? Long Yi suddenly jumped up. He remembered that in the Light Church of Blue Waves Continent, there were 3 saintesses. And one of them had a green-colored hair and a red-colored birthmark on the left side of their face. The 3 saintesses of Light Church individually were Dongfang Kexan, she was his younger female cousin. He had heard that from the childhood she had a weak body with many diseases and she was adopted by the Pope Charles of Light Church. The second saintess was the Princess of Nalan Empire, Nalan Ruyu, and the final one was Proud Moon Empire trademark S by SI. All these 3 saintesses were genius of light element magic, and SI Bai was the leader among them. They say that she had the ability to use high-ranking magic. Thinking of this, Long Yi couldn't trademark T help but let out a cold sweat. Although light element magic has only a few attacking magic, nevertheless this meant it still possessed few attack magic. Such as the high-ranking light element magic. Violent light magic trademark only needed a short time to chant the spell and its power was also huge. If at that time he was caught red-handed, then the result would have been truly hard to say. I shouldn't trademark T stay here any longer, I should get out of her without wasting any time. Long Yi stuffed the remaining meat of fire rabbit inside his ring and stood up to leave this place. Right now the sky was already completely dark. Suddenly lights flashed in the sky, and 5 dazzling light balls encircled the body of Long Yi. Then a gentle and graceful figure who was wearing a priest robe with golden edge descended from the sky. No need to guess who she was as he already knew that she was undoubtedly by SI. Long Yi inwardly grumbled within his heart, but he didn't trademark T show his grumble on his face, merely frown, and asked, I don't trademark T know what brings you here, Miss Magician. SI Bai sized up this youngster who was encircled by her energy light balls. This person is the only other living person within a few miles of radius. However, can he depend on his own power to get through my holy light barrier? I cannot feel any fluctuation of Qi and magic from his body, and there is nothing wrong with his expression too. So it should not be him. Trademark. Report this ad. Actually, Long Yi really didn't trademark T have any fluctuation of magic or Qi, rather when Ao Tianju automatically operates within his body, it automatically restrained any aura within the body. And it was extremely difficult for an average person to see through it. Who are you? Where do you come from? Why are you here? By Si coldly asked. Even if he was not the one she was looking for, after the previous matter, she no longer had any good impression on all menfolk.